What's going on, guys? We are back, 2021. We took a little break. Well, we really didn't have content to shoot, or I didn't feel like shooting any content. But yeah, we're on to our next project. Today we're cruising in the truck, headed up to San Bernardino to go to a junkyard. I need some Cressida parts, and we might pull a truck motor. LS. So we'll see where this goes. Justin, say hi.
Hi.
And
I'm here.
So yeah, we're on our way to the junkyard, and we'll catch you guys back in a little bit to show you what's cool at the junkyard. I don't know. We found ours after looking at a couple of LM7s, and this is the one. So yeah, Justin's gonna go ahead and start taking it apart. First time doing it, so we'll see how this goes. Trying to pull a motor out of a Suburban, and this will be going in one of the Cressidas. We're gonna get busy, try to get this done in a couple hours. Justin's comfortable.
It's hard work. One of us is doing.
Yeah. So Justin's been working out your teeth. Torque converters disconnected. Most of the housing bolts are out, and now we're on motor mounts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, we should be able to lift it out and slide it out. But we are having problems, or it's really hard to get to the top bell housing bolts. So we'll have
Never
to
heard of her.
hoist it out a little bit, and then maybe reach around the back and take them out. But we'll see what happens. But we got a couple more motor mount bolts to take out. Yeah. All right, quick update. Couldn't get it out with. We couldn't lift it up high enough, so we had to take the front radiator support out. So here we are again with the hoist, and we're trying to take it out. Well, we didn't record it coming out. The LS is home next to the Cressida. Justin's just getting it off the tire so he can put it on the ground. And yeah, so here we're at. Thanks, Andres, for letting me borrow the hoist.
And running into you.
Yeah. But sorry, I didn't pick you up in LS today. Just got mine, that's all. So, all right, so we're gonna quickly just get this in the garage and set it back down on the tire. Once I get it on the engine stand, I'll show you a little bit more. What's going on, guys? So we're back from the junkyard. All right, so it's in my garage now, and for today, we're gonna go ahead and pull off all the stuff I'm not gonna use. So like alternator, power steering pump, maybe I'll get to the water pump today, we'll see. Wiring harness I don't need, manifold I don't need as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on so that way I can power wash this whole thing. But I'm gonna go and get some of the accessories off, the wiring harnesses that I'm not gonna use, motor mounts. Probably leave the headers on while I wash it. But that's the plan, to go ahead and get it stripped down. Also, update on the Cressida. Well, it's from the last episode. Let's see, we barely got the fenders on and the hood, so everything from the accident was, I was getting replacement parts and everything was starting to go back on and we're getting everything fitted again. But now it's painted. We got the bash bars on, we got my aero that I had before the crash that I didn't put on at the event. I got that put on, so let's just take a quick look at it. All right, so that's the Cressida now. We got the bumper painted with the trim, the lip, side skirts, these rear pieces, these rear spats, and the JDM rear bumper mounted on. Other parts I had to paint were the hood and this fender over here. So that's all good. Let's see. To match the trim pieces, I pretty much went to the auto parts store and picked up a can of paint that I thought was close enough to match this. And I painted the front bumper, the rear bumper, and then the one piece on the opposite fender that I missed. And it's close enough, and I don't care to paint these pieces to match that new color because the new paint looks good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and see how much I get done today. I'm only gonna do this for maybe like an hour or two to see how much I can get off of it. Just get it down bare enough where I can go ahead and power wash it, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. I had a little hard time trying to get the fan clutch on, so I kind of just put it on just to show you guys what I did. I just used vice grips. I vice gripped the pulley to the belt, and then when I was loosening the bolt, the vice grips got stuck, against the water pump right here, and it was enough to hold the pulley in place to be able to break the fat nut that's down there. Yeah, that thing. I took apart as much as I wanted to take apart, so let's take a quick look. I got most of the front accessories off, took off the coil packs, spark plug wires. I also pulled up the spark plugs, and they all are pretty worn. I checked the gap on them, and these were definitely higher because they're all pretty worn down, but they're not oily or anything. So I like to say that my valve train is pretty good, and the pistons, but who knows once I take off the oil pan what the bearings look like. But so far so good. Or you might have saw that I dropped the power steering pump, and I made a little mess that I need to clean up now. But for the most part, that's about it. Got all the harnesses off. Intake manifold, I'm going to go ahead and leave on for now while I go ahead and power wash everything so I don't get water in the cylinders. And I'll just cover the throttle body hole. And yeah, power wash this whole thing. Alright, so in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and clean this thing down, take the manifold off, take the oil pan off, inspect the bearings from the bottom side and see how everything goes. Also, if you guys have any questions on this Cressida here, this was actually my first ever paint job. It came out decent. I mean, if it's a show car, you would send it back to the painter saying this is not good enough. But from like 5 feet away, it's shiny. If you look up close, you still kind of see some sanding marks. There's some areas where I sanded through the base and through the clear. I said screw it. It's my first ever paint job. It came out way better than I expected. Again, if you got any questions on the Cressida, just drop some comments and I'll cover it in the next video or answer your questions, on this video or in the comments area. I pretty much bought some Harbor Freight equipment to go ahead and paint this car and, try to keep it cheap. Yeah, I also wanted to throw in there that, this is the first time ever working on an LS. You're going to see us screw up and do a bunch of weird stuff. It's a learning process, but I mean, so far so good. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed our content, please like our video, subscribe to our channel to see the rest of this build, and we'll catch you guys next time.